Chris 6 weather forecast.
Hey there, good morning. Happy Tuesday to you. We are looking at a beautiful sunrise beginning to take place here from our studio Skycam, which overlooks downtown Corpus Christi and the Bay. But you'll notice from this view, we've got a little bit of fog. So take in the wide view for yourself. Here we go, beautiful colors up over the horizon. But yeah, a bit hazy here. We're dealing with fog, which is pretty dense in some places. So we'll take a look at it. 6:17 your time right now. And yeah, most of the coastal bend under a dense fog advisory until 9 o'clock this morning. That means our visibility is going to be at times down to a quarter of a mile or less between now and 9 a.m. Now, Jim Hogg, Brooks, and Kennedy County, you are not included in this, but that doesn't mean you're not dealing with foggy spots. It just means your visibility is not expected to be quite as poor this morning. But we're all in the pool when it comes to some form or fashion of fog or mist out there. We are looking at 5 miles visibility in Rockport, as well as down in the Bluff at Naval Air Station Corpus Christi. Our reporting station in Port A coming in with a full 10 statute miles. But once you move a little bit away from the water, we have very still winds. So we're down to 0.3 of a mile in Beeville, Robstown, Alice, and Hebronville. 1.3 miles for those of you in Falfurrias, a half mile in Kingsville, and 4 miles at CCIA. That means if you're riding along 77 this morning, traveling inland along 37, 281 through parts of San Patricio and B counties, or if you're traveling along 281 through Jim Wells County, you're going to be dealing with some of that fog this morning that is particularly dense at times. Slow down. Give yourself some extra time. Make sure you're leaving early to account for that reduced travel speed to stay safe on the way to wherever you're going. But if you're feeling like Romeo this morning, we understand the forecast is going to motivate you, though. It's looking good as we head through today. So, yeah, Romeo's our star for today. Eventually, he'll get up for that walk when he's ready. We understand. So here's what he's looking at this morning as he gets up and about. We are looking at a quick ride through the 50s and even the 60s. We're at about 70 degrees by 11 a.m., lower 70s by lunchtime. So with abundant sunshine, warm south winds that pick up progressively through the morning, we're looking at some warmer weather, and it's really going to translate to more humid weather because in the afternoon that wind becomes a bit more southeast and we'll catch some of the moisture off the Gulf of Mexico. So we'll keep those winds between 10 to 15 miles per hour today. During the peak of the afternoon, those winds could get a little closer to 20 miles per hour, but I don't think we'll have much of an issue with fog tomorrow because those winds will stay elevated into your Wednesday. Wednesday's looking pretty breezy overall. But before that, it's going to be a warm day here across the coastal bend. Inland neighborhoods reaching the 80s for most of us here, staying in those middle to upper 70s, and that's warm for this time of the year. We're usually around a high of 73 degrees. This is part of a warming trend. We will stay above that average temperature of 73 degrees for about the next week before those temperatures start to kind of cruise back down to the lower 70s. So what are we looking at in the big weather picture? Not much over the Lone Star State. High pressure has us feeling good, but you know what? There's another cold front out on the west coast that will be here by about midnight on Friday. And while it won't bring us rain or a significant cool down, it is going to take us from the muggy middle 80s to those cooler upper 70s with plenty of sunshine for this weekend.